Hi guys, today we're going to be building the ultimate charging base. So let's begin. So the first thing you're going to be needing for this project, or if you want to copy this at your house, the cables you're going to be needing is one USB to USB Type-C cable, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 USB to micro USB cables, 2 PlayStation 4 controllers, 1 Nintendo Switch, a Nintendo Wii. We'll also be needing 2 CIBC Smart Power Banks. It doesn't need to be CIBC Smart Power Bank. It can be any power bank. So let me show you a different power bank that I'm not going to be using for this video, but you could use. We have this power bank here. So you could also use these power banks here. So those are other cables you could use. So yeah, so that's it. So let's start building. So another thing you'll be needing for the setup is one USB hub. It's better off with switches, and you need at least a 1 to 2 switch. We have this HDMI to AV converter that's going to be going in USB. We got these 2 power banks. I don't know if I mentioned that before. And that is pretty much all the stuff you need for building the ultimate power station. So let's start building. So the first part you're going to need in building is going to be your PlayStation 4 controller. Right here. And any of these parts. So you could use your wall adapters or your power banks. So I'll be giving an example of both. I'll give one example of a power bank and another example of the wall adapter. So the wall adapter I'm going to use is this white one here. Any would work, even the wattage ones. So yeah. So now you're going to be needing one of your USB to micro USB cables. So in this case we have a double cable, but this one lead does not work. Only this lead works. So let's go ahead and plug it in. So there it goes. Goes straight in. You got your micro USB. That's going to go into our controller. Like that. So yeah. This would also work for PS3 controllers as long as you had 2 mini USBs instead of 2 other micro USBs. So instead of 2 micro USBs, you swap 2 micro USBs out with minis. So yeah, so that's completed. Now let's do an example with the power bank. So we have this CIBC Smart Power Bank, and we're gonna plug a charger in. So we're going to be using this charger here this time. And simply plug it in like we did with the other adapter. Now this USB cable is a bit loose, but it still works. I know. That goes in there. That goes right in. Alright, so that is completed now. So now let's do some more of this stuff. So now the next thing you'll need is your power bank. So if you're using a power bank to power your PS4 or PS3 controllers, you're going to need these wires here. So this is another USB to micro USB. Most power banks use a USB to micro USB, but some might use a USB to USB-C cable, which is given an example right there. So let's go ahead and plug it in. So again, just like we did with the output, the input is gonna go right in. So again, just plug the cable in like that, like so. So this is gonna go into your USB hub. Go in right there. So now this setup here is ready for action. So now once we connect all of our other things to our USB hub, we will plug this USB into the Wii port. So yeah, that is done. Now let's do our white PS4 controller. That one is going to go into here. Into the back of our plugs. So as you can see, the light just flickered, flashing. So for now, I'm going to leave it unplugged, but I will plug it in once we're done with this. So that goes in there. Now, let's do some other things. So now we have a bit more things. So what we have is we have one extra. This will not be used for this video, but if you had an extra cable, you would use this. So yeah, that is it. So now we are gonna power our Nintendo Switch. So to power the Nintendo Switch takes a USB to USB-C cable. So again, just like we did that with the USB to micro USB cables, so this is a brand new out of the box one. So unravel it right there. Here's our USB-C plug, which goes in, like so. Now, we are done doing this. So this could also be used for charging the USB-C tablet or etc. So this is going to go down, and this is going to be plugged in. So I'm going to use this power bank here, so we could use this as well. So here's an example. That's going to go in there. And now this hasn't been charged yet. Oh, there it goes. It started charging just as I plugged the power bank in, since it was already charged. So I'm going to leave this unplugged here, but I'm going to leave it right where it is, there. Okay, so we have a little bit more things to go. And those things is something to charge our CIUC Smart Power Bank. So of course you need something. Goes in. Something like that. Wait, I'm gonna unplug it from the switch. I'll plug this into here. Yep. So that's it. Now our USB to micro USB plug is gonna go into there again. There's our USB here. Let's plug it into our USB hub. Or you can plug it into the second port on your Wii. Or whatever you're using. You could also be using another power bank instead of this. So yeah, that's it. So now, since we have a bit of things left, I'd like to power this keyboard right here. So, we are just gonna, actually, we don't need to do anything to this keyboard. This is okay. So yeah, that are most of the things that you're gonna do. So there is one final thing, which is an extra charger for anything. So for our extra charger, we're gonna be using the black leftover plug, plugged into this black USB to micro USB plug, and this will be used in case of an emergency if some of these chargers break. If some of the micro USB ones break. So that is almost it. Now the final thing is to power everything up. So let's do this.
That might be a bad idea.
Oh, this could be a bad idea. Let's see. I'm not going to be using all of the plugs. That's all. That's it. Now, let's do this. Now we have this in here. Let's power the power bank here. Let's power our PS4 controller charging base there too. Let's plug it into the Wii. To our Wii. this could also go into your Switch dock if you don't have controllers like I do in a Magic NS. There we go. That is powered. So now I'm going to shut the power switches off. So this is not going to get power anymore. So I'm just going to shut all of that off. So now whenever I want to charge anything, plug that in. And this goes into the Switch. That goes into the PlayStation controller. So, bye guys, and thank you for watching this idea. If you like to do stuff like this. So now this is really cool. So now final overview before I leave. So there's no part 2 to this, so don't worry, it's not going to be really long. We have our power box there, plugged into our PS4 controller there. Got our Wii plugged into there. We have USB coming over there. That one feeds the power bank, which feeds the Switch. This one feeds the power bank, which feeds the PS4 controller. And finally, we got our extra plug. So again, it's plugged into the back there. And this is the extra micro USB plug. So bye guys.